To live without glory is to not live at all. Life without greatness stamped upon it is simply waiting to die. The vast majority of men walk through their entire lives in a state of waking sleep, wandering aimlessly through a grey twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. They clock in, they clock out, they consume cheap pleasures, and they settle for a comfortable, safe, and entirely mediocre existence. They die at 25, but aren't buried until 75. But you were not born to merely occupy space. You were not created to be a background extra in someone else's empire. The whole pursuit of your life must be the relentless, obsessive pursuit of greatness. To live out of harmony with greatness is to commit a slow daily suicide of the soul. You must stamp your will upon reality. You must demand the absolute maximum from your mind, your body, and your spirit, refusing to compromise or negotiate with your lower nature for even a fraction of a second. Look back through the corridors of history. The men whose names still echo across millennia, Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Achilles, did not possess a different biology than you. They possessed a different standard. They were entirely possessed by a fanatical, unyielding vision of absolute dominance and glory. When Alexander looked at the known world, he wept because there were no more worlds left to conquer. When Caesar stood before a statue of Alexander at 33 years old, he broke down in tears because he realized he had not yet achieved anything of lasting renown. These men did not seek a balanced, comfortable life. They sought immortality. They accepted nothing less than total victory because they understood that a short life crowned with radiant glory is infinitely superior to an eternity of obscure, safe mediocrity. They did not wait for opportunity. They commanded history to bend to their will. You must awaken that same primal fire within your own chest today. Greatness is not an accident of birth. It is a deliberate choice, repeated every single second of the day. It demands that you achieve complete mastery over your mind. The mind is an incredible servant, but a tyrannical master. If you do not consciously program your mind for triumph, it will naturally drift toward comfort, fear, and self-preservation. You must guard the gates of your mind with a savage intensity. Think only those thoughts that are consistent with the highest, most elite version of who you are meant to become. Do not allow the weak, whispering voice of doubt to find a home in your consciousness. When negative, fearful thoughts enter your brain, you must crush them instantly with aggressive action. A man is entirely what he thinks about all day long. If your thoughts are small, fragmented, and undisciplined, your life will be an exact reflection of that internal chaos. This internal warfare must manifest immediately in your physical vessel. You cannot possess a great mind if it is trapped inside a soft, undisciplined, and neglected body. Your body is the physical engine that must execute the commands of your spirit. You must treat it with military precision. Look at your daily habits, your sleep, your movement, and your nutrition. If your daily environment is loose, if your habits are soft, and if you are constantly sliding on the small things, your life is an absolute delusion. You cannot build an empire on a foundation of sand. Every single workout you skip, every piece of garbage food you put past your teeth, and every moment you choose ease over effort is a vote for your own destruction. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you lack the discipline to master your own physical form, you have absolutely zero right to dream of conquering external empires. True greatness requires an unshakable alignment of the soul. You must connect your daily labor to a transcendent purpose that is far greater than your own petty desires. When your purpose is absolute, your commitment becomes permanent. Most men fail because they are driven by superficial motivations, money, status, or the cheap validation of others. Those things evaporate the moment the storm hits. You need a deeper, more primal anchor. You must be driven by a profound sense of duty to your potential, an absolute refusal to let your gifts rot away unused. You must view your life as a sacred assignment. When you look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, you must know with absolute certainty that you left every ounce of your energy on the battlefield. The soul is nourished by overcoming resistance, by staring directly into the abyss of hardship and refusing to take a single step backward. The path to glory is inherently lonely, and you must learn to take an immense pride in that isolation. The masses are hardwired to seek comfort and conformity. They want you to stay down in the dirt with them because your discipline serves as a blinding spotlight on their own deep-seated laziness. The moment you declare that you are pursuing greatness, the world will attempt to pull you back down. They will invite you to the parties, they will offer you the distractions, and they will tell you that you are taking things too seriously. You must cut those anchors away without a single shred of guilt. Let them talk, let them party, and let them waste their youth in cheap, fleeting amusements. While they are sleeping, you are working. While they are celebrating nothing, you are building everything. Your absence must be felt. Your silence must be deafening. Every single morning you open your eyes, the ledger is completely wiped back to zero. The universe does not care about what you achieved yesterday. It does not care about your past victories or the promises you made for the future. It only demands to know what you are executing right now, in this present moment. The second your alarm sounds, the war begins. There can be no internal debate, no lingering under the warm sheets, and no negotiation with your lower self. The man of glory hits the floor immediately because he understands that the first 5 minutes dictate the trajectory of the entire day. If you lose the morning, you have already compromised the day. Jump out of bed with an aggressive urgency, as if your entire destiny depends on that very moment, because it does. You must develop a deeply stoic indifference to external circumstances. The weather will be bad, people will betray you, your plans will fail, and unexpected tragedies will strike. None of that is within your direct control, but your response to it is entirely yours. A great man does not whine, he does not complain, and he never seeks sympathy from a world that does not care. He looks at every obstacle not as a tragedy, but as raw material for his growth. The very thing that stands in your way must become the way. If a wall is placed in front of you, you do not turn back. You use the stones to build your watchtower. When chaos surrounds you, you must become the absolute calm at the center of the storm. Your internal fortress must be so solidly constructed that no external catastrophe can ever shake its foundations. Stop waiting for a perfect set of conditions to begin your ascent. Motivation is a complete scam designed for the weak. It comes and goes like the wind, leaving you stranded the moment things get difficult. You do not need motivation. You need relentless, robotic execution. You must learn to love the boredom of consistency. Greatness is built on the repetitive, unglamorous tasks that nobody else wants to do, executed day after day, week after week, with absolutely no immediate reward. It is the 1000th repetition in the dark when nobody is watching that determines whether you will stand in the light. Fall in love with the sweat, the strain, and the heavy lifting. Embrace the friction, because that exact friction is what is sharpening your character into an unstoppable weapon. Look honestly at your life right now. Identify every single area where you are tolerating mediocrity. Look at the relationships that are draining your energy, the habits that are making you soft, and the excuses you tell yourself to justify your lack of progress. Burn them all to the ground today. There is no middle ground in this life. You are either climbing toward your peak or sliding down into total obscurity. Raise your standards immediately. Demand more from yourself than anyone else could ever dare to expect from you. You are the author of your own epic, the commander of your own fate. Do not dare to leave this earth without showing the world what you are truly capable of achieving. Let the memory of the greats who came before you serve as a constant burning reminder of what is possible when a man completely dedicates his soul to a singular purpose. They did not settle. They did not compromise. They chose the path of ultimate resistance and achieved immortality because of it. Lock in your focus. Silence the noise of the world. Train your mind to be absolute. Forge your body into steel and align your soul with your highest ideal. Stand tall, execute your directives with a ruthless precision every single day, and stamp your greatness upon reality. Live a life of undeniable glory, or do not bother living at all.